Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. On this International Workers' May Day, Scottish television journalists are striking for fair pay. I'm sure the Secretary of State will join me in insisting Scottish television get back around the table with their journalists to thrash out an acceptable deal, given all the news that's happening this week. We need them back on the television. Can I also pay tribute to the outgoing First Minister Humza Yousaf, Mr Speaker? We may not have agreed on everything, but his historic appointment marked a pivotal moment in our multicultural public life in Scotland, and I wish him well and his family for the future. Mr Speaker, the spring budget was just another moment which exposed the damage done by the chaos of the former First Prime Minister's kamikaze budget. The Secretary of State has been spinning that it brings taxes down, but isn't it the case that the tax burden in Scotland and across the rest of the UK continues to rise? And now the Prime Minister wants to mirror his irresponsible predecessor with an unfunded £46 billion policy to get rid of national insurance altogether. Now, the Secretary of State sits round the Cabinet table, so which one have they discussed to pay for this? Will it be pensioners, the NHS or income tax rises?
Mr Speaker, I'd say to the honourable gentleman, I do agree with him that the tax burden in Scotland is too high and rising, and people are paying more and they're getting less, and I agree with them on that. Unfortunately, the UK government has taken the decision to partially offset that by not income tax cuts, but national insurance cuts, 4p off national insurance. And that, and to pick up on his last point, is an aspiration that this government has. It has already reduced national insurance by 4p, a third, and it would be an aspiration to remove it altogether because it's a tax on jobs.
£46 billion unfunded aspiration, and the Secretary of State or the Government won't tell us where they'll get the money from. Mr Speaker, the truth is that Scotland is trapped between two chaotic and failing governments. We've had 3 Prime Ministers and will have had 3 First Ministers in as many years. All the while, the member for Aberdeen South thinks he is already the First Minister by calling the shots but shooting himself firmly in the foot. What is abundantly clear to the people of Scotland is that neither the Scottish or UK governments are even interested in delivering the change that Scotland needs. With neither government wanting to let the people decide, can the Secretary of State tell the House who he thinks is most scared of a general election, the Tories or the SNP?
Well, we absolutely do not fear an election, whether it's a Holyrood election or a general election. As I watch the Nationalists implode again, I say bring it on. I hear them say bring it on from a sedentary position. Bring it on. Yes, bring it on. And just start, chaps over there and chapesses, start polishing up your CVs.